Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Welcome to this series talking about artificial intelligence AI. For some time now, so many of us must have been hearing about AI here and there. What is this AI all about? What does it do? How does it work? Who and who can use AI? These are some of the things within this series of this Pathfinder camp. We are going to learn and understand what AI is all about, what it does, who can use it, and how can it be used. And we also understand if there are some mistakes that this AI can make, which humans cannot make, or if there are certain work that this AI can do better than humans. So this series, relax as you enjoy the AI class, which is fully called Artificial Intelligence. My name is Master Guy Joshua Adele. Most of you must have known me before now. All right, let's proceed. In these examples of artificial intelligence, how we can learn or how does artificial intelligence learn? In other words, we say, how does a machine learn? Then we also look at types of AI and what can AI do? Why should you or me care about artificial intelligence? Why should we care? Now, we also consider, is AI always good? Is it always good? Then, if that's, then you can also learn AI. You can learn AI too. Then we have a recap. So these are our agenda for this very section or this model. Now let's dive into the meaning of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is simply a machine that can think, that can learn, and that can solve problems. This is a machine that can think, learn, and solve problems. And it is as smart as human brain. So artificial intelligence is a special machine that is designed to think like a human, to learn situations, to learn scenarios, and to solve problems just like humans. Almost times, will I say better than humans, as the case may be. We can also look at artificial intelligence as a machine that helps computers understand and do things that normally you will need human intelligence to do. Okay, if you watch, there are so many things that conventional machines or conventional computers cannot do. But today you can see it even as I'm talking to you. I am just talking to a computer and a computer is writing what I'm saying. Okay, that is an artificial intelligence embedded into a computer system. So it is a machine that helps computer to understand and do things that normally need human intelligence. Let's say, for instance, so many people today can write codings, or write different programming languages, and when you subject it into the computer system, it will execute and give you the exact result that you are looking for. This is actually the work of artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence embedded into a computer helps the computer to understand human language and translate it into computer language. We can also say that AI is a machine that can learn from experience, just like people do. Okay, when you go to machine language, when you talk about deep learning and deep neural learning, that is when you go to higher institution, you will see that we have what is called expert reasoning. Expert reasoning is the ability of a machine to learn situations, to sense the environment and be able to learn. Some of the machines learn as a result of trial and error. That means the machine tried to do something on the first time, it did not succeed as a result of changing environment, and then it will get familiarized with that particular change in an environment. We have some examples of artificial intelligence that does that. Okay, we have artificial intelligence like that are embedded into phones that does face detection. And you can notice that for the first time, when face detection or image detection was done, if you were smiling when you were captured, when the system captured you, if you frown your face and go to the system again, it will not recognize you. But this time around, you can see that the machine will recognize you whether you smile or you bone your face. Okay, even when you do some makeup, it will still recognize you. This is the work of artificial intelligence. Okay, so what are these examples of artificial intelligence? We have the one that is called voice assistant. If you look at your phone, especially those that uses iPhone, there is an application that is called Siri, or we have the one that is called the Alexa. These are voice detection applications, and these are artificial intelligence components that are embedded into smart devices. Okay, even in a computer system now, we have what is called voice detection. Even in your WhatsApp, these days, I personally, I find it difficult typing when I'm chatting. I will just use my voice detector and then I will start talking. As I talk, as I speak, it will just convert it into right. These days, so many people attend meeting without book and pen to do secretary work. You can go to the meeting, all that have been said will just be typed into your system. It's just for you to use the voice assistant that is on the system. If your laptop or your computer does not have it, you get it installed. And then when you go for a meeting, you just put it on. Anything that anybody said, it will convert it into a typed document. Okay. We also have face recognition. Okay, so many of us, we must have seen that of the face recognitions. If you go to some companies, if you go to NCDMB office, even some NDDC office, also you can see face recognition, in which some doors, especially all these high personnel in the office, their doors makes use of face recognition. So if any face that is not the face of the person comes to that place, it will not open. Some uses fingerprints. Okay, for those of us that are good at YouTube and TikTok, you will see that we also have an artificial intelligence application that is called YouTube or TikTok recommendations. Those ones does recommendation. Okay, then we also have the one that reads location. And that is the reason why if you check your Facebook, if your Facebook account location is Port Harcourt, from time to time you will be seeing friend suggestion that Facebook will be giving you people within River State, Port Harcourt. Okay, if you are a student of a particular school there, people who schooled there before you and those who are coming and those who are aspiring to go to that school, so far they use this Facebook, they will pop up in your Facebook account for friendship suggestions. Those are the work of AI. Now, we also have examples of AI like self-driving cars. If you have watched some foreign movies, you will see some vehicles now that does not have driver. They don't have driver. You just enter, you just program the vehicle where you are going. The vehicle will just drive you to the place and stop. Okay. We also have examples of AI in the hospital. So many hospitals, like during COVID-19, so many hospitals in China does not make use of human nurses or human medical practitioners. You have artificial intelligence machines that serves patients that were kept in different wards, including serving them food and serving their medications. We also have cryptocurrency virtual trader. For those people that does cryptocurrency trading, you see that some people now, you have what is called AI traders. Okay, you will no longer worry yourself about going to your application to trade, but you have an AI that does the trading for you. Then we also have what is called the chatbot and the virtual assistant. Okay, chatbot, like when you go to some website, you will see places where you will need to chat, asking for assistance, and you will see that even nobody is online, but your questions are being answered. These are the work of AI. These are examples of artificial intelligence. We have so many of them. Maybe as we proceed with this study, you will learn so many things concerning artificial intelligence and how it works. So how does AI learn? How does artificial intelligence learn? How does a machine learn? A machine learns using 2 or 3 important components. Number 1 is data, and number 2 is training. Then number 3 is patterns. Now, when we talk about data, we say that data are raw files, as we all know, or they are information that have not been processed. They are unprocessed information. You know, when a data is processed, it is now called an information. So data refers to information like pictures, numbers, or words. So these are the things that AI learn from. Now, training shows the computer lots of examples. So these pictures are used for examples. You use these pictures to show the AI some examples in the computer. And now this AI look for the patterns to learn how to make decisions. So if you look at, for those of you that studied mathematics, if you look at this situation where you see a question that is said, if A equals 4 in 3A minus B equals 7. Then what is the value of B? These are some levels of components or level of patterns in which the artificial intelligent machine learn on how to make decisions. So there are other, when you go deeper, there are other patterns that you will see that the machine uses to recognize or to dictate that, okay, this is a woman, this is a man. Okay, that means you have some data that you will say, like in Microsoft Excel, you say if this person, or let me use a name, if Ola is between the age of 10 to 15, then Ola is a pathfinder. Okay, now the data will be imputed for pathfinders ages 10 to 15. When the machine sees something like that, the machine will classify the person or such person within the age bracket as a pathfinder. So when you are now entering your data, the machine will ask you, how old are you? You put you are 14 years. The machine will classify you as a pathfinder, which simply means that if there is a particular door that can be accessible for those who are between the age of 16 and above, if you get to that door, the door will not open for you. So this is how AI learn, and that this is how it takes decision. It makes use of data which has to do with information like pictures, numbers, or words. Then it uses these numbers and words that are imputed in a computer system. Remember, a computer system is not just laptop or desktop. We also have other computer systems or that we call Internet of Things. These are some other devices that are these are some other computerized devices that can be used. Okay, we have, like, for example, we have your smart door. So your smart door is a computerized device and it is known as an Internet of Things. You also have what is called smart fridge. We have a smart fridge. There are decisions. There are smart fridge that on daily basis, if you have 15 banana inside that fridge and the banana gets to from 15 down to 5, the fridge will give you a text message or an alert telling you that the banana have reduced to 5. You should try topping up your banana inside your fridge, else it will finish. So these are how AI learn. Right. So what are the types of artificial intelligence? What are the types of artificial intelligence? We have basically here for now, we talk about 3 types of artificial intelligence. Number one, we have the narrow artificial intelligence. We have the general artificial intelligence, and then we have the super artificial intelligence, the one that we call super AI. Now, narrow artificial intelligence has to do with an artificial intelligence that is good in doing just one thing. One thing. That means this is a machine that is designed to carry out a particular task. If you remember when you were talking about types of computer, you have general purpose computer, you have special purpose computer. Now, an artificial intelligence is a narrowed artificial intelligence is a machine that is designed or that is programmed to carry out just one task. For example, we have an artificial intelligence that plays game. You cannot use an artificial intelligence that is designed to play games for.
You'll be facing the laptop, you'll be facing the camera.
All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this live stream section. We've actually taken small time because we're waiting for everyone to come up. Okay, so we can no longer wait anymore. We'll just proceed. Just proceed. Okay. Okay, good afternoon. My name is Joshua. Um, for the sake of academic portfolio, you can call me Dr. Joshua, a doctor of cybersecurity. And today we want to look at 10 reasons why your account can be hacked or your account can be accessed easily without any possible consent from you, like without notifying you for any authorization at all. 10 reasons. What are the reasons why your account can be hacked without your attention? So these are one of the things we will quickly look at today. And then also feel free to ask questions. You can drop your questions, your contribution in the comment section if there is any. For those who could not follow or who could not join the live stream series, you can also view the record after the live stream. So we want to quickly proceed. So we are talking about 10 reasons. 10 reasons why your account can be easily hacked without your consent. Without your consent. Password. When your password, all of us, in most cases, we always like using a simple password that we can, a password that we don't need much stress. So most times, so many of us, we look at putting password to our account is a stress or is stressful. And because of that, so many of us, we use a password that are as easy as 12345. We use it as our password, or 1 to 6, use 1 to 9 as password, or some can even use their names as password. Now, these are passwords that are easily accessible. Someone can easily guess this password, and that is the reason why the first layer of hackers, they always guess password, because they know that so many people uses this default password of 1234 or even 000. So if you are the kind of person that uses a very weak password in your account, it simply means somebody can easily hack into your account without your consent, because if that person can access your password, it simply means it does not require your permission. It does not require you to give any authorization to access the account. So the person can easily access the account as though he or she is the owner of the account. Then the next thing is reusing password across multiple accounts. Yes, so many of us, because I don't want to use too many passwords in different accounts so that I will not, forget them. So we decide to use one password for all accounts. Okay, the same password you are using in your WhatsApp, the same password you are using in your Facebook, the same password you are using in the same password you use for your YouTube account, the same password. In fact, the same password you use for your Gmail account. So it simply means if somebody can access your Gmail account, that person can access all your accounts. And some people even go ahead and use even the same password is what we use in our bank accounts. So if you keep reusing one password for too many accounts, definitely somebody can easily, in fact, some hackers that kept you in their watch list can be going to your account, like when someone is pressed to go to the restroom. So at time after time, they will just like, let me check this person whether he has or she has changed password. And when they say that, this my client is still where he is, so they will just be checking on you as a friend that is not feeling fine, then another person is checking on that person. So when you use a reuse password, if one of your accounts is breached or hackers try the same password on your email or Facebook or Instagram and it works, that means they can easily access any of your accounts. So you need to know that even if you want to use the same password, let's say you want to use your name as your password in your Facebook account, you can also use your name as your password in Instagram account, but with a little change. You can just do a little twerk on that same thing. It will still be your name. Okay, maybe in one of our videos we will look at how you can twerk a simple password to become strong. how you can tweak a simple password to become strong. Okay, then the next thing is phishing attack. In one of my videos, we talked about so many of us that are very curious in checking emails that we do not know the person that sent it. We don't know the source. Most of us will even check emails without even checking the email address, whether it is conforming with the name or the company name that is written there. So if you are this type of person that is very curious, that is always excited in checking emails without verifying the source, it simply means you are vulnerable. You are a likely victim to phishing mails, because attackers these days no longer send you an OTP. You don't likely get one-time password now for somebody to access your account, because there are some software that I've designed which is called malicious software. This software have been designed for the purpose of getting access into your account. So many of them are deployed in form of email, and they will be sent to you. If you don't check the sources and the contents very well, you will end up falling a victim into that. Okay, that is about phishing attack. The next thing is clicking suspicious links. All right. Maybe one of our advanced section in this live stream series is going to be on some hacking links or hacker links that can be sent on WhatsApp, that can be sent via SMS, and the type that can be sent via email. They are of different types. There are ones that once they drop on your WhatsApp, once you click on it to read, it will just redirect you. You don't even need to do any other exercise. As you just tap on it, once you see a message notification, then you tap, just like some of us we used to tap to check the message. It will just redirect you, because the message that is dropping there is just that link alone. So once you tap, it redirects you. We will do a video on that and give you samples of ones that can be dropped on WhatsApp, ones that can be dropped as an SMS, and ones that can be dropped as an email. Once you tap on this malware, or once you tap on this link, they will install automatically in your system, or they will redirect you to areas. There are some of them you will click, your phone will tell you allow this device to allow this app to access your phone, to access your contacts and all that. And the more you are allowing, is the more they are accessing the various areas in your device. The fifth one is two-factor authentication. Two-factor authentication. Now, all of us should understand that without two-factor authentication, our accounts only rely on a password, making it much easier for hackers to break through. If you don't have two-factor authentication, in one of my videos, we talked about two-factor authentication and why it is important. We even went ahead to talk about the various layers, leaving two-factor authentication to multiple factor authentication. These are areas of verification that can help secure your account. Should in case another person, let us understand that another person might be your wife, another person might be your husband, another person might be your children. There must be one or two things in your device that maybe you wouldn't want any other person to access without your consent. And as a man, your wife might have access to your phone. As a woman, your husband might have access to your phone. And therefore, when they get hold of it, they can decide to go through anything. Now, if you have such an account that requires something like that, there is need for two-factor authentication, so that you will be aware of what or who is accessing your account and what the person wants to access. It is very important. It goes beyond not telling somebody your password. You can decide not to tell somebody your password, And some people who are professional in cramming password will just watch the movement of your finger, and then they will get to know your password for your phone. They will get to know your password from your device, and they will log in. And remember, so many of us, we do save password in our devices. We do save in our laptops. We do save password in our phones. So many of them does not require typing password. Once you touch it, it will just bring up the remembered password, and the person will just type proceed. So two-factor authentication helps to, make sure that you know who is accessing your account and what the person is accessing in your account. Okay. Like I said before, like I said before, if you have question, if you have anything to say, you can type in the comment section so that we'll also address it. The sixth one is public Wi-Fi without protection. Yes, so many of us, we are so much excited, we are so much happy when we see a free Wi-Fi that we can connect. But I want to tell us today that public Wi-Fi that has no protection, that does not have any password protection, is very dangerous to your device. It's very dangerous to your account. When you see a place where you can easily log in without entering password, you need to be very careful, because hackers can intercept your data on unsecured network, especially in cyber cafe, in airports, or in public places. Yes, if you go to some airport, they have what they call free Wi-Fi. Some public places, they have free Wi-Fi. Some hotels have free Wi-Fi. And some of these free Wi-Fi, they don't have password. Once your Wi-Fi is on, you get connected. Now, I am not saying that these places that are mentioned, that they made it free for the purpose of hacking people's accounts. But then, because it is free and open, some hackers can use that opportunity to get into your account or into your data. How will they do it? They will also log in the same way you have logged into that free Wi-Fi. And because all of you are logged in, they themselves, they know the purpose at which they have logged in. Your own, the purpose of you logging in is for you to be able to access your WhatsApp, check messages, make some posts online and all that. But the purpose of them logging in is different from yours. So that is the reason why when you meet a free and open Wi-Fi, you need to be very careful how you jump in. You need to be very careful on how you jump in. The seventh one is outdated applications and devices. Yes, so many companies like managing applications or software. So many companies want works to be done, but they don't want to spend money to get a licensed software. They will always want their staff to use the free version software. They will always want their staff to use a cracked version software. So many companies or so many organizations, even business places, they will not want to get a very good computer or devices to do their work. They will always want to manage those ones that are equal to nothing to ensure that work is done. Yes, you in your mind, you might think you are economizing. You might think you are saving costs while increasing revenue, but you are also making yourself and your company very much vulnerable for attacks. You might be saving the revenue while another person is busy taking the revenue from you. Because of what? You are using an outdated software. You are using an outdated device to run your business. Remember, outdated software lacks security. If you are using a Windows system that has outdated software or applications, that means your Window Defender is not active. And if your Window Defender is not active, that means you are very much vulnerable. You are as open as somebody that has no immune system in the body, which means attackers can freely barge in and collect whatever they want to take. All right. The eighth point or the eighth reason is third-party application access. Third-party application access. What do we mean by third-party application access? This is one of the cybersecurity issue that affects so many organizations. And I think the reason why so many organizations has this issue affecting them is because so many organizations lack technological awareness. So many organizations lack cybersecurity awareness in the sense that you don't understand the importance of not giving access to a third party without a prior documentation. When you give permission to anybody, maybe the person just want to do one thing for you, and the person want to use his or her own system to do that, you just give the person permission, you grant the person the same access that you, that is a staff, has, or that you that plays that role, you have that access. And just because somebody want to help you do something, you grant the person total access that you have to play your role. It is very, very dangerous, because once you grant that permission to access your account, it can expose your data or allow unauthorized actions. You may not know. The person just log in and do the thing and log out, but you may not know that the person have already bookmarked that particular account, that particular login. The person have bookmarked it in his or her window or in his or her browser. And tomorrow the person might decide to just badge in there, especially when it has to do with finance. And that's the reason why we always solicit in on issues of cybersecurity in finance. We always solicit that financial officers need a monthly cybersecurity awareness training. Financial officers in every organization, both government and private sectors, they need monthly cybersecurity awareness training, because cybersecurity threats are emerging, especially when it has to do with issues related to artificial intelligence. So giving access or permission to third-party person, no matter, even if the person is in the same organization, in the same company, or in the same office with you, but not playing the same role with you, it requires an accurate documentation. It requires an accurate documentation, because that is one of the areas somebody can easily access your account without you knowing. Without you knowing. The second to the last for this section is oversharing personal information. Oversharing personal information. This is very, very funny, if I may say it this way. I don't know how many of us, maybe we are going to do it as another series of video. Do you know that posting your birthday has some security red flags? Posting your birthday. And it might sound very, very awkward, because so many of us, we post our birthday in the name we are celebrating it. Even so many of us, we even start giving 2 months, 1 month, 3 months adverts, advertising our birthday is coming on social day and that. And so many people have even gone perverse to the extent that they no longer just post their birthday, but on the course of posting their birthday, they will include their phone number, they will include their bank detail for assistance, for sponsorship. Okay, so your birthday has become a project that you are launching. So you need assistance, you need for inquiries and all that. Some people now, even matriculation, as simple as matriculation, you are entering university, you are doing matriculation. People are now advertising it to the extent that they post their phone number, they post their account details. And funny enough, the account details they are posting is all these digital bank accounts that has to do with our phone numbers. You just remove 10 and then put the remaining number. And then tomorrow you'll be wondering, how did this person that is disturbing me, how did he get my phone number? How did she get my phone number? But you've forgotten that when you were advertising your matriculation, your birthday, you put that as your account number because you want people to sponsor you. All right. So these are some of ways in which people can get into our account without we knowing. Now, let me tell us something. Pet names can help hackers guess your password or security questions.